Good day, everyone. Ali's here from StockMarket Financial Network. Today is May 20th, 2023. Here is S&P 500 weekly chart. We are coming back with weekly analysis, weekly edition for our channel. And in this video, I just want to go over with 4 different indexes, which is S&P 500, Nasdaq, US 30, and also Russell 2000, because that's going to be interesting and it's going to give us a more idea about the market these days. Here is S&P 500 daily chart, weekly chart, and we had a bullish consolidation. This bullish consolidation breakout to the upside on Friday, especially the last 3 days of the week. Market just break out to the upside and just a close at 4185 level, which is pretty important level. 4200, as I say, it's very, very bullish. If you go to my monthly analysis, which I issued 3 weeks ago, it is very, very important to see how market will close. S&P 500 will close month of May monthly chart, because if it closes above 4200, that would be very, very bullish signal for the market, and we can see more upside movements are coming down the road. But if it goes just the choppy, something like this for the last, I should say, 7 weeks, so we should see a market just slightly going up, but it's not going to be a spiky something like this. It's going to be just a shifting structure to the upside, but it's not going to be a very, very epic something like this rally. Volume was pretty good on Friday's session. It was like over 103 million, as I see here for SPY, which is S&P 500. So market needs to consolidate here more, because my cycles are telling me that we hit the top somewhere around here price-wise. But for the time-wise, I'm looking for August, September top for 2023, and possibly it would be top for 2-3 years. And that would be pretty interesting if we see my cycle analysis fails and we get close above this August top on S&P 500. Because if we get above this level, which is 4300, that would be pretty interesting scenario if it holds up here and just a pullback and then leg up to the upside. Possibly we'll see double top formation in 2023. Some people are pretty bullish on this just because of the banking liquidity, again, is at all-time low or pretty close to the 2009, 2008 level, which signals for liquidity is coming down the road from the banking system to the market. And that would be kind of like a scary, because at the same time, when liquidity is coming from the banks to the market, this means Federal Reserve is kind of like a pivoting and bringing the interest rate down, and that signals for a recession. So which we are forecasting for a recession. Everyone just waiting for the recession. But market doesn't like recession and doesn't actually believe that recession is coming. Market just hold up pretty well for now, at least for the beginning of the year. So here's the December low, which is 2022, and market just forming the bottoming formation and going choppy sideways to the upside. And right now we are at top of the market for the year. So that means kind of like a bullish signal. At least we should just take it as a cautiously, and we should just give market benefit of doubt to see how it goes for the future. Right now we are just in a bullish momentum in MACD, and MACD just showing us pretty nice bullish momentum. However, we are seeing a divergence here between especially these two tops, and that's kind of like a scary for the market. But right now we're seeing RSI doesn't show any divergence. So RSI is just heading to the higher highs, and this higher high goes back to this consolidation phase, and we need to see more consolidation because this is a breakout to the downside. We need to see consolidation here. As long as we are above 50% RSI, we should just keep the momentum to the upside. The warning sign is here. Stochastic momentum just signal for a bear reversal. However, we had very, very nice bullish candle on the weekly chart, but the stochastic wise, momentum wise, we are as pretty overbought condition. So this overbought condition can stay there for a while, but when we are getting to the pivotal point and combine this momentum index with our price action, we can see some choppiness still can happen to the market, especially for the next 2-3 weeks. And for the June, July, August, I should say, market will take off again to the rally, possibly to 4,300, and almost even it can go to 4,400. Right now, there is a divergence between markets. So market S&P 500 here is like this. We will get to Nasdaq and also UF30 and also Russell. You will see there are lots of divergence between indexes, and indexes are not following up each other very well. So that's kind of like a warning signal for the market as well. Moving on to daily chart. Here is the daily chart. So market had a pretty nice breakout to the upside, especially on Wednesday, Thursday session. Thursday just going above this pivotal point. However, look at this August top. So August top, this consolidation breakout to the upside. We had a Friday session, kind of like a reversal candle. This reversal candle still is okay as long as we are above this level. So we were waiting for this area. Market didn't give us a chance. This is kind of like a nice pull and bullish flag, and this bullish consolidation breakout to the upside nicely just to get to the first target, and this first target is going to be above this pivotal point. However, we can see another kind of like a rally. Let me just show you here. We can see there is going to be another level, which is 42.71, and that's going to be 100 level, 100 points around above the current level, and that could be kind of like a decisive moment for the market. Here is the top. I believe that can happen between July and September. So this top is around 4,300 to 4,500. I just accelerated a little bit to the upside just because of this supply area. This supply area is kind of like interesting because August top tested up this supply area as like a goodbye kiss and going down ended up to the lower low. So this supply area is the killer, I should say, for the market. And if you want to just say pretty accurate level, I should say 43.89 to 45.12 level, that should be somewhere around that. We can see the target for 2023. The time frame wise, I'm just again looking at July, August, September. So these 3 months, especially summer rally, could be pretty interesting if we see somewhere around there, and then we will see a choppiness, some kind of consolidation like there, and it fails to the downside. That would be ideal scenario for the lower low market in 2024, and possibly later 2024. That's going to be the bottom of the market. Ideal scenario would be here, but it can go down even more. This is my cycle again, folks. Again, some people are pretty bullish, some are bearish. So market sentiment is kind of mixed. We should just take care of our analysis. We are not looking for different ideas because everyone's just thinking differently. Recession wise, we are at kind of like at the top of the cycle for the rate. So this means rate can go down. Does it mean Federal Reserve is going to pivot the market sharply? No, it doesn't mean that. Possibly Federal Reserve stays with the current level rate for longer than expected, and that's going to crack something. And that could be kind of like the same scenario with 2006 to 2008, I should say. So if you just look at those days, if you don't remember, just go over to the history and look at the charts. So 2006, we hit the top for the interest rate cycle, and the Federal Reserve just keeps the rates at top of the cycle for 2 years. And after 2008, market just cracks to the downside, and everyone knows that the Great Recession came up after that, ended up to March 2009. Bottom of the market. So it's kind of like an 18 months recession. But Federal Reserve keeps the rate for 2 years. And right now we just hit the top of the cycle. And this top of the cycle can stays here for 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 6 months. No one knows. But we know that we are kind of like pretty close, even if we haven't nailed the top. So we are pretty close to the top of the cycle. So we shouldn't expect another rate hike, even if they increase. I doubt it, to be honest. But even if they increase, they're going to just bring it down probably in next meeting or so. So they're not that in a strong position to increase the rate more, especially when inflation is cooling down and it stays there for a while. So if inflation doesn't pick up again, Federal Reserve probably the pausing scenario would be very, very probable for the next 2-3 months at least. So S&P 500 again, this candle just coming down and testing this breakout level. So there's going to be a scenario always we see sometimes the market just going up and breaking up to the upside, coming back to back test, and then taking off to the roof. So this could be the scenario, and we see this going up, consolidation, breakout. Right now we are back test, but this back test, if it takes another rally and getting above this, that's pretty good buying signal. But this buying signal is just below this pivotal point. So that's what I'm saying. We should be careful, even if this buying signal triggers. We should just hit our target here, somewhere around here. Again, after closing this, so just imagine if it can just engulfing this pivotal point to the upside, we can see a back test again to this area. And this back test could be another buying opportunity to here. So that's what I see for the next 2-3 months. Market is just doing the same formation as I show you here, something like this. So the back test, breakout, back test, breakout, and then ended up to here. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Nasdaq. Let me go to Nasdaq chart. So Nasdaq, let's go to weekly first. Here's the weekly chart. Pretty nice breakout to be upside. And to be honest, impressed about this. This is RSI. We are above this consolidation. We are getting back to the overbought, and I believe Nasdaq is going to be a leader. And this is the way that I'm looking as a divergence. So S&P 500 just barely break out, but look at what happened to Nasdaq. All moving averages are below the price right now, so they are just forming, kind of converging, sloping to the upwards again. So this is kind of the same scenario that everyone is looking for, a bull case. So you see this one, this one, this one. SMA 20 is just sloping up sharply. And for the short term, based on the weekly, we have a crossover with 50. And also, the best case scenario for Nasdaq is engulfing this pivotal point, which we did last week, and we are just heading above this August top. And that is very, very interesting just because it shows kind of like a bullish momentum is coming back to technology stocks. So this can, and to be honest, MACD, I know that there is a slight divergence, but look at the RSI. RSI is pretty good. And we have kind of like a very, very scary momentum index. It's very, very overbought, but this overbought kind of stays there for a long time. You see that? So here is the July 2021. It ended up to August 2021. So it just stays there for a while. And look what happened to the market. So here is the July, here is the August. So we just are going upward, and to kind of like a bullish momentum stays there. We just backtest 20 and then new all-time high. So we can see the same scenario for Nasdaq. If we go down to 13,240, that could be a buying opportunity. And I should say any pullback could be a buying opportunity. We can see a deeper corrective move to the downside. If it goes there, I don't know. If it goes there, that would be definitely buying opportunity for Nasdaq, because we're now breaking through above this trend line. Bullish consolidation to the upside, bullish consolidation breaking out to the upside. And this demand area, I should say, let me just show you folks, this demand area is very, very important, just because this demand area ended up to this rally, and this rally take out this pivotal point. So this means there are lots of buying orders from banks, institutions are here. And this breakout is because of that, because I, as just a very, very retail trader, you as a retail trader, I assume, we cannot make these movements. Banks, institutions make those movements, and you see this is the result of their work. So we should just see any pullback to this demand area could be a buying opportunity based on the weekly chart, right? So moving on to daily chart here. So this daily chart, we just nailed to kind of like the targets that I'm looking for 2023, to be honest. This is a very, very good structure for the bulls. And I'm looking for these supply areas like a target place. Look at the triangle that they have, the rectangular that I have here. July to August, I'm just looking for this, but probably we'll see a more acceleration for Nasdaq, even to 15,000 this year. So we can see this pivotal point again, and then coming back down sharply for the Nasdaq. So right now, Nasdaq is taking off to the roof. Volume was pretty heavy on Friday, especially. We have overbought reading on, this is kind of like a divergence, but again, in RSI, we don't see a divergence. We just see overbought is coming down. If this overbought coming down below 70%, and that's going to be, I should say, deeper correction is coming for Nasdaq, because momentum is falling, and this momentum is falling from this level, can be kind of like interesting. And also stochastic momentum, this one is just, look at that. So here's the bear reversal, here's the RSI just that coming down. So these two are giving me kind of like a warning for Nasdaq, but based on the price action, we are getting close to this supply area, which is pretty interesting for the market. So right now we are just heading here. Lots of sellers are there just because this one ended up to this low. Here's the August top, again going back to this supply area, ended up to this lower low. So this lower low is very, very important because of the August top. Right now we engulfed the August top, but the reason for the August top was this. So this supply area still is there. So we need to see engulfment or kind of like a breakout. Again, just imagine here is this, and then going down, and after lots of choppy, lower low, higher low, we're getting back here. So we need to get above this, coming back down, back test, and then take off to the rally. So if we see some structure like this, that's going to be a good buying opportunity for the next level, which I believe is going to be this pivotal point, another breakout level here. But right now, it's pretty soon to say about this. Possibly we will see another choppiness coming down to this level, and then buyers are coming back again for another rally to here to show the consolidation, and we will see after that how it goes. But right now, I'm just looking for, again, more choppiness for the Nasdaq and also for the other indexes as well. Moving on to US 30, let me go to US 30. So here is Dow Jones weekly chart, which is kind of like showing a bullish harami, but this bullish harami is not in ideal scenario. We just need to see kind of like a bold reversal here in a stochastic, because MACD just signals a sell signal actually for us, and momentum is pretty light, not pretty bearish, not pretty bullish. So momentum is light. What do I mean by light? Nothing. Basically, momentum is pretty slow, and right now it's just RSI hitting the 50% and coming back up. So we need to see more kind of like work from the Dow Jones. But if this pattern breaks out to the upside, I should say Dow Jones would be the first one hit new all-time high this year, and I'm pretty bullish on the Dow Jones. I know everyone is in bullish reading for Nasdaq, but I'm kind of like very, very bullish because Dow Jones, remember, was the first engulfing this August top. Dow Jones was the first, and here's the pivotal point, and we are kind of like outperforming the other one if you just put the Dow Jones here. I know since this year, like this is December, Dow Jones doesn't go anywhere, but this pattern is pretty bullish as well. So let me show you here. So we have got this pattern is forming right now. So any close, weekly close above this, that would signal to the upside for the Dow Jones. And also, if you look at this, inside this flag, this is a pretty nice consolidation. Another breakout could be very, very sharp spike to the upside. And also look at this. Here is another one. So we are just forming three bullish pattern at the same time. The ideal scenario for me is here, this area. So if this one goes above this, that would be another reverse head and shoulder inside this bull flag, inside this gigantic bullish pattern to the upside. And that could be very, very steep, sharp leg up to the upside for the Dow Jones. So I'm pretty bullish on the Dow Jones, but it needs to have more time. Consumer staples, financials, and also energy are loaded in Dow Jones. So we should see how it goes. Moving on to daily chart. So daily chart is showing us kind of like a choppy, sloppy to the downside. Pretty good bullish action for the last two, not last two, Wednesday and Thursday, but on Friday, market just sold off like the other ones. Dow Jones can hit a lower low still. There's going to be in my play 32,400 to 32,800. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for Dow Jones. And if it goes there, that could be kind of like coming up with this pivotal point, coming up with this breakout level to the upside, and this can end it up in a good way, I should say. There is another one, which is Russell 2000. I just want to show you this because after a while, I'm just putting this Russell here. Let me just show weekly chart. So Russell 2000. Oh, this is a rough price. Sorry, folks. Root. Here's the Russell 2000. All right, so this Russell 2000, moving on to weekly chart. All right, so weekly chart, not that good as the other ones. So Russell 2000 forming very, very bearish. This is very bearish. And this still can end it up to the lower low. If you are bull for Russell 2000, I should say, Russell needs to fail this bearish consolidation. And how? So Russell needs to go above this, which is 1934. So if Russell goes above 1934 in a weekly chart, that would be pretty bullish signal to the upside. It can easily go to 2200 after that. But if Russell cannot close weekly candle above 1850, I should say, for the next 2-3 weeks, just look at this chart because it is very, very interesting. If Russell cannot go above 1850 on a weekly chart, this can end it up to the lower low, which is 1400 to 1500 is coming. There is a demand area here, tested a couple of times. I believe it can go down here, but the ideal scenario is going to be here, which is kind of like this breakout. And this demand is just double tested here, this pivotal point. So this is the level that I'm looking for Russell. If Russell goes down and the other market hold up pretty well, I should say this is going to be the bottom for the Russell. And Russell can go to the upside and possibly outperform the other indexes. Not sure if they can outperform. It can outperform the US 30, which is Dow Jones, but it can have like a good performance for the rest of the year if it goes there and the other indexes hold up pretty well up there. But if the other one's rolling over down, Russell can be a leader in the downside as well. So just be careful on this. Take a look at this right now. This is bearish consolidation. Momentum wise, it's kind of like, I should say, neutral, because when we see a bearish consolidation and momentum is bearish, this can end it up to the bullish reversal. But right now, stochastic doesn't tell me anymore. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to daily for Russell, the daily chart is the same. So we are kind of like hitting this area. It's staying there for a long time right now. If you see this, this is nice QM pattern. This is bearish pattern. And we need to see close above this area, as I said, 1900, 1950 to fail this pattern to the upside. And that would be pretty repeat. It can go to 2100 in blink of an eye. So just be careful about this. This chart can end up lower to here, to this area, also here to this area. But if this one fails to the upside, which this pattern, this bearish pattern fails to the upside, that could be kind of like the signal for money is coming back to the market, and the other indexes will outperform and perform very, very well, in my idea. Okay, I think I covered everything for this week. I'm not going over with the stocks. I'm kind of like pretty tired coming back from the cycling, but I think I covered lots of good stuff in this video. Hope you like it. If you like it, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and see you on the chart. Have a good one. Bye-bye.